Where's my button? There it is. Hello! Oh, I've got my wrong thing on. Hang on. I need to change that. I'm not meant to have this silly hat on. That's for Warhammer. That's not for now. Where's website? There it is. Okay, hang on. Let me take off my hat, chat. I forgot I had it on. Reactive PNG. How's everybody doing? I hope you're all good. People who are watching now and the future, whatever. Hope you're good. Switch. There it is. I got bigger too. Wow. So big. So scary. We're gonna do a new show this week. Today. What do you mean this week? We're gonna do a new show today. Oh my god, today. There's a little bit of news, not a huge amount, so I don't think it'll be a super long one, but that's okay, because I'm tired. But then, Andy, when are you not tired? I mean, that is obviously a very fair point. That's a fair point, but we're not gonna pull on that string. Not at all. Hang on, let's get the boys in the corner. There we go. Thundercracker looks a bit better when because he's missing a bit of his arm, so shoving him in the corner like that just makes more sense, at least to me. I'm actually going to remember to play the music for this week because I keep forgetting to do that. So, we're going to play that music and then get into some Transformers talking woo-woo nonsense, alright? Alright? Alright, okay, music time.
Welcome to Moonbase 2.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Moonbase 2 podcast with me, Andy, Decade Andy. We are here on the moon again on our own. Whoopee! Yippee! Yippee! Here to catch up on 2 weeks of Transformers news, because 1 week wasn't enough, and 2 weeks it's about the right time to kind of strap on in and talk about some news, I think. There's not a huge amount to talk about as per usual, but there's a few things, and I've got 3 Transformers to talk about at the very least, so there's something. There's some bits, but I hope you have had a good time away since last week, which we last spoke. At least I spoke at you, towards you, depending however you listen to the show. But let's get cracking with the knacking, I suppose. What's on the first? Well, of the agenda, well, obviously it's third-party news. Going to be looking at New Age Toys H64 Lincoln. It's Trailbreaker. That's who we're talking about. It's a Trailbreaker. There are a few color variants. So there's the standard version. There's the B, which is Sid. B Sid. There's the EX Lanklin, whatever. I don't care. There's the J Ego 8 and the W Marvin. So watch each of these. Let's read the descriptions, and we can look at the photos. The standard version is a cartoon deco with 2 interchangeable faces, 3 hands, because he's, a little bit missing on one hand, generally speaking. A missile launcher, an arm cannon, a claw, 2 energy effects, and it also includes the torso to Autobot X from that really, really good episode. It's Frankenstein's monster, but not very good. But hooah. So he gets that. In the Sid, it's the Shattered Glass deco. Look forward to seeing what his Shattered Glass deco is. He has a new tooled head to go with the Shattered Glass format. Includes 3 hands, missile launcher, arm cannon, claw, and 2 energy effects. It makes sense why you don't get the Autobot X bit. But if you wanted that, you'd need to go to the standard version. The EX version is the toy deco with a new tooled head. I wonder if it's the same tooled head as the Shattered Glass. I guess we'll find out. Includes 3 hands and toy-inspired chrome arm cannon. Ooh, shiny. Missile launcher and a radar. Oh, that's okay. The Ego 8 is the Shattered Glass Lockdown. Okay, I'll look forward to seeing what that is. Features a new dark deco and a retooled head. Includes three hands, missile launcher, arm cannon, claw, and 2 energy effects. And the final version, which is the Marvin, is the Auto Trooper. Okay, which is a new retooled head, 4 hands, a new missile launcher, an arm cannon, and a new gun. So let's have a look at these. Trail Breaker. Yeah, looks like him. Yeah, that's Trailbreaker. He looks maybe a little slender. Like his waist is quite thin. But yeah, I mean, yeah, looks good. He can get a running pose. He's got all the posing you'd hope for a new age toy. There's the claw hand. I don't remember him using the claw. But fine. The vehicle mode, whatever kind of truck, car, camper, van thing. Excuse me. He turns into here. There's one minor thing I'd pull out, and that is the fact that the window on the side of the car, the front part of it's painted, but then the main part of the window for the door is not painted, and I'm sure that's just to keep, the robot mode looking nice and consistent. But it is kind of one of those bits that stands out, and you go, "Hang on, the window paint's not there. That's weird." The other stuff, yeah, there's the Autobot X torso. It is a mess, what you would expect. His two faces include standard, like, scowling, pouty face, and then a screamy face. Oh, this one comes with the radar as well. Not sure what I think about the energy effect parts. They don't really look like energy blast. Maybe we'll find an image of him using the energy blast, and it'll look a little bit better. He is quite a bit taller than Brawn, as he should be, as you would expect, because he's a bigger boy character. Yeah, there's one shot of him using the energy effect. I don't know if I like the look of the energy effect, personally. The Shattered Glass version. Okay, so Shattered Glass version, he has what I would describe as is that an IDW-esque styled head? I think it is. Color scheme wise, he's blue with with gray limbs, and then like a red elbow, basically, and red knees. I think it's based off of the Diaclone version. It's based off of a color scheme the Trailbreaker / Cutter has had in the past, so it's that. Oh, this one's had actually this one, the Shattered Glass version. The windows are painted properly, like unlike the original version, which I mentioned. It's like, hey, you're missing some paint on the side of the window. This one's got it. It's maybe missing like a little bit right at the back of the window. But the big bits are actually done, so that's good. And he gets those parts. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. Oh, he gets different over-the-shoulder guns. That's kind of nice. Who's next? Toy version. So he's got a little bit more detail on his body in terms of like on his knees. He's got like squibbles and writing, and then the chrome pieces. And this one has the windows done correctly as well. Why is that? And then obviously it has the more toy versioned head. I don't really know how to describe it. It's like a droid more so than anything else. And then some nice posing as before. And then what's this? This is the Igo, which is just mostly like a black, charcoaly gray, shiny-ish kind of color. That's his color scheme, and he does have a new head, which I do not recognize. So I don't really understand the reference. But in terms of color schemes, this is the worst because it's the most boring. This one also has the windows completely painted on the side of the doors, so it's just a standard version that doesn't for whatever reason. Fair enough. And then the Auto Trooper. The Auto Trooper has a new head as well. So 1, 2. Yeah, all of them have different heads. Not one of these breakers, Break Eye, share a head mold. So that's nice. I'll give that to him. It's like everything's different. How's this work as an Auto Trooper? Yeah, I guess it, like, color scheme wise, it's got that pearlescent white color, which is quite nice. He's got the big hood of a car for his chest, stomach area, which again, that's appropriate. The head design is right. The car colors are interesting. The windows are painted. Again, it's just the standard version that doesn't have the right colored windows. But the doors are black. But the rest of the vehicle mode is white, which is nice to break up just otherwise because it'd just be a solid white car, but just looks strange. Like, I'm like, oh, that's okay. Adds a bit of pop to it, I suppose. And then he's got some extra accessories that the other one doesn't, which are, he's got bits on the side, like where the shoulder cannons would go. He's almost got like, a SAM missile pod launcher, but with only like 3 missiles in each on the side of his head. So that's interesting. And he's got a new gun as well. Obviously, he doesn't have a... Oh, no, he does have a hand cannon. I was going to lie. I don't mean to lie to you, chat. I'm sorry. But yeah, all of these look nice. I really appreciate that for a change. All of them have different heads. I think that's really nice because the lazy thing to have done would just be like, just get him out there. Just get the 3 heads out there. Sorry, just get the same head out there for all of them. But we have 4 unique head molds. I think we'll see at some point in the future when I get to the toy image again, the toy deco. We'll see the toy deco version or the toy head mold reused for the yellow version of Trailbreaker Cutter, whatever that one's called off the top of my head. We might get a quote-unquote IDW Trailbreaker just because of the head mold that they use for the Shattered Glass version. I wouldn't be shocked. I don't know what they could do for the color scheme, though. And I mean, his vehicle mode wouldn't match because he doesn't have an Earth vehicle mode in ID, or he didn't in IDW, so I don't know what they do for that. I don't know what they do for the Auto Troop. Maybe they're just like, we'll just make the heads, and then just like if we can't think of a new color for them, fuck it, throw them away. Well, not throw them away, but you know what I mean. We'll just not use them again. It's interesting though. Yeah, it's better than most of their releases because it's like, hey, we've done Starscream. He's got a Starscream head. Thundercracker's got the same head. Skywolf's got the same head, and they you know how it goes. So they're quite nice, quite nice. I don't think we have information on the release. No, we do not. So he'll be coming out at some point in the future. But if they're at this stage, they can't be too far off, I suppose, because they're colored, promotional images. So yeah, all right. Next up, Magic Square, another third-party company. The antagonist. The pinky to the brain. Well, that's not fair. The Joker to the Batman of the Legends New Age fight. Magic Square are doing a 6-shot. So the third-party company are doing 6-shot. We've got a prototype of it. This is Magic Square's rendition of the 6 change. Blah blah blah. To top it all, Magic Square have shared details about the release of their new Legend Scale 6-shot. And their recently revealed Ultra Magnus, who we're going to be talking about in a moment. Oh, it's the 3rd version of Magnus. Oh my god, okay. Both figures will be available both figures, blah blah blah, will be available in 2 options: an individual standard edition and a 2-pack premium edition. Ooh, okay, all right. Featuring slightly different color schemes and accessories. Ooh, okay, well, you've piqued my curiosity, sir. I am interested. Okay, let's have a look at the 6-shot. It's very cartoony. And I say that because of the soft kind of edges on it, especially the face. It's got a very soft face. And when I say cartoon, I mean, what do I mean? I think I mean Rebirth style, rather, because I'm pretty sure he was fairly angular in Headmasters, but we only saw him the one time in Rebirth. I think he was just in Rebirth Part 1 for I don't know, 30 seconds, something like that. So, I mean, I might be wrong, and his face might just be too soft to be animation accurate, in quotations. But they're okay, that's fine. And then he's pretty similar in kind of in terms of stature to the Ultra Magnus they're doing. Now, granted, I don't have anything to measure that to, but in terms of the scale between the two of them, that makes sense. They were enemies. I mean, whatever that means in Headmasters, because that was a show. Sorry, that was an anime. Oh, it comes in a neat box. The boxes are kind of stylized, so they're black boxes with a drawing of half of the face of 6-shot and half of the face of Ultra Magnus. And for the 2-pack box, they've smushed them together, so half and half. That's a neat idea. Even the standard boxes, you can push the 2 boxes together, and it would look quite nice, to be honest. But 6-shot, we see his car mode. Assume when I say 6-shots modes, assume that there's a quotation marks, because he's a 6 changer, so there's a lot of you gotta believe me, bro. The car mode, okay, yep, that's how I remember it. The jet mode, it looks like, again, these are prototype images, but it seems like the gap between the legs where you push the legs together and clip them, and they'd peg together. There's a bit of a gap, and I don't know whether that is just how it's going to be, or if that is just you know, it's a prototype, so what can't expect too much, I suppose. The wolf mode, that thing, animal mode, yeah, looks like it'll be fairly posable, but you would expect it. Interesting enough that the legs jut out to the side for his back legs. You actually, for the knee joint, I'm guessing there's a hinge where you can swing them outwards. So he has a bit more of an animal presence rather than like it getting to his ass and, you know, his legs just being super narrow. So that's not a bad idea. Submarine mode, quote unquote, gun mode. Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, I kind of wish it showed from the front so you could see what the bottom of his feet looked like, because you know that's obviously where the guns kind of the extra bits for the gun mode in quotations again kind of unfold from. So I'd like to have seen, excuse me, an image of that. The tank mode, yeah, it's the big square itself. Then 6-shot. It does not show the 7th mode, unfortunately. The winged wolf mode. Doesn't show that, but yeah, these all look like how I remember 6-shots modes looking, you know. It's hard to know how well it's going to turn out, but it looks pretty solid. He looks like he'll have a good range of motion, and Magic Square are known for doing pretty decent stuff, so that's cool. And then the Ultra Magnus, the 3.0 version of Ultra Magnus, so I mean that shows that this is the 3rd version of Ultra Magnus. And he looks like Ultra Magnus. I wonder if he's going to be... Is he going to work like Studio Series Ultra Magnus, where it's one contained robot, or is it going to work more like how they usually do Ultra Magni, which is like you just do a deluxe Optimus Prime and then have the armor fold around him? It looks like a... I think because it was the style of the time, I think that they did the armored up Optimus Primes previously, and I think this time round, to make it more different and more unique and more Ultra Magnuses, I think with this one, and it is an assumption, I think with this one they'll make it a contained thing, again like the Studio Series. No evidence, no information, just taking a wild stab in the dark and hoping I hit someone. Yeah, his trailer mode, the hatch on the back flips down, and presumably you can put some vehicles in his, in quotations, truck mode. I always wondered what they were doing with his trailer for Ultra Magnus. It was a thing. I mean, it looks futuristic-y. If I'm generous, right? If I'm very generous, I can be kind to it and say that they were probably going for a futuristic kind of car mover thing. Because you know how, like, when you're going down the highway and you see, like, a place that's carrying, like, a fuck ton of cars to, like, a dealership or somewhere fancy, right? Like, it's just a delivery, but it's just got, like, 10 cars on it. Maybe the idea originally was to make a futuristic-y kind of version of that. Maybe that was the idea. Again. But yeah, Ultra Magnus looks good. 6-shot looks good. They're both from a decent company. No info on when they're coming out. But they will be coming out, you know, at some point in the future. I think we're still a ways away just because these are, you know, just hard prototype images, no color on them, nothing. So we might still be, I mean, if it is this year, which I would guess it'd be this year, potentially. Let's say, yeah, summer, maybe. I could see that. If it was later than that, I'd also be like, yeah. Will it be end of the year, Max? Maybe, yeah. I can see end of the year. Latest, but I'd hope it's a little bit before then as well, you know. DNA, the DNA boys are doing another upgrade kit. It's the DK58 upgrade kit for MPG. Oh god, I hope you don't shatter Raiden, because obviously remember he is translucenty plasticky on hinges, metal hinges, or not hinges. What do you call them? Pins. There we go. It's like, what's it called? Lots of metal pins. There we go. Okay, so details. Regarding details of this upgrade kit, this is the little blurb the DNA have pooped out, so I'll read it to you in case you don't know what it is, because I don't know what it is. I haven't read it yet. MPG Raiden's structure tends to be somewhat loose. An interesting statement. I think that's probably talking about Masterpiece's QC control more so than their own. I'm making that frame, that jump. So we're including a, in quotations, skeleton frame. I do like my skeletons to stabilize its combined form. Ooh, equipped with a gear jointed design at the shoulders and thigh. That wasn't part of the original figure. What the fuck? Really? This frame not only significantly enhances overall stability, but also greatly increases the range of motion for the arms and thighs. However, due to the figure's heavy weight, we recommend keeping it in standard pose for most displays. That's interesting. Because he's such a fat bastard, try not to make him do any cool poses unless you want him to fall. When not used the combined mode, the frame can be stored as weapons or transformed into a battle fortress, whatever that means. Okay, so is it just these 2 parts? 3 parts. Yeah, it's not a huge amount of extra parts. It's like a waist area, top of the thighs, 2 black pieces, which I'm not sure what they're for, to be honest, and then like the side part of the abdomen area. It looks like. What does it add? Okay, it adds a bit of extra height to him. I'm guessing the bits on the side help just keep everything a bit tight. Oh, the black bits are like they're here. They're the ratchet joints for the arms. So you attach them first onto the sides of the torso, and then you attach each arm into them, and then they're on ratchety joints. I'm assuming that's not a bad idea. He does have a little bit better proportions just with the extra oomph to the waist. And again, spreading the shoulders out just a little bit more with those arm extensions, with the ratchet joints I mentioned. Yeah, that's a bit more. Original. He couldn't get his arm forward? You couldn't... Really? There's an image, if you didn't know, of them raising the arm at the shoulder, lifting the arm as far forward as it would go, and it wouldn't go directly in front of him. That's really fucking sad. With this now, it can. I'm guessing parts would bump into each other. Maybe that was what was restricting it. He didn't have much of a spread. He can now basically do a Van Damme. Kicking wise, oh god. Yeah, he couldn't kick forward too well before. Now it can. I'm guessing this is all just due to parts either clacking off each other. When they say a battle fortress mode, basically what it means is you get all of the weapons, standard weapons, and you just plug them on the side and in the center of the side of the legs and the abdomen area, and right in the center where the abs go, and that's their battle station. Fine, nice extra feature, kind of silly, whatever, fair enough. It's really sad to see this sounds like a thing that you really need to get if you have the figure. If the figure has stability issues and all that jazz, which for the amount of money that people were paying for Masterpiece figures, you shouldn't have to be doing this shit. This is crazy. But if you have already got it, and you thought to yourself, man, I'd like it to be a little bit more stable. I'd like a bit more posability, even if I can't have it in crazy poses for its own safety's sake. This seems like a decent kit to go for, just for the sake of it's always a case of making a really shitty toy better. It's something you shouldn't have to deal with, obviously, but it's nice of the options there to kind of fix something that's fucked up, if you know what I mean. Sapan. That's the Raiden upgrade kit. Again, no details here on when it's coming out, but it's coming at some point in the future. At the end of the show, we'll probably check Shozi. We'll check Shozi, and I'll see if I can see any details. There might not be anything, but there might be as well. Actually, there probably won't be, because Shozi's been off for Chinese New Year. I think it has been, or something like that. And I think they're getting back tomorrow. So yeah, let's not bother, actually. Let's not bother. Okay, rumor. Do you have? I mean, this isn't a rumor. This is a rhetorical question because you can't really answer me. But you can ask yourself this as I ask it to you. Do you own Transformers Masterpiece Optimus Prime 3.0? If no, I've got good news for you. If yes, I've maybe got good news for you. If you don't care, then yeah, you won't care. So this is a big grain of salt, but a user via Baidu with the name it's this. For those watching the stream, I've just highlighted a load of what I assume to be Chinese letters. So I obviously cannot read that. But it's that person. It's that person that dropped this information. And apparently they've been reasonably accurate on like previous kind of like rumors and stuff. So, but take with a grain of salt as usual. But apparently the information they dropped was the following next releases for MPG. I can't remember what the G stands for, but whatever. It's going to be MPG 16 Black Jinrai, which we kind of know about because I think we talked about that not last week, obviously, but the week before, because they showed it at that convention. I'm pretty sure that was there. Then after that, MPG 17 will be Jazz or Optimus Prime 4.0. So maybe a new Optimus Prime. And then MPG 18 Hauler. But yeah, I would hope that it's Jazz and not Optimus Prime, because an Optimus Prime 4.0 seems a bit desperate in a lot of ways, because it hasn't been that long since we got 3.0. It's not that, I don't think it's that old. At least in my mind, it's not that old. It seems like a cash grab. Like, if we make another Optimus Prime, they could do a better job. Sure, I know Jobby wasn't a big fan of that figure, so I'm sure they could do a better job. However, it doesn't seem that long, and it seems like it's just like, give us money, because people will just buy it. It's an Optimus Prime figure. People will buy it. Fair enough to them. It's not a thing that Andy generally does. Obviously, you know this. I know this because I'm me, so I would know this. But I just kind of go, oh no, another Optimus Prime. Okay, fair enough. People love Optimus Prime though, Andy. That's true. They do voice in my head that tells me to do bad things. They do love Optimus Prime. I'm just saying, do we need another one? Do we need another one? I guess we do. We need another one. Are you excited for another Optimus Prime Masterpiece? Maybe you are. Maybe you're like, Andy, shut up. I can't wait to get another one. Who knows? Earthspark showed off their what they quote as deluxe hashtag and Soundwave reveals. I say what they say, because we both know that these are not on the same quality as the Legends Deluxes. These are like are they basically They're basically warriors from the RID line. Whatever year that was, 2000 and that year. So they showed off Soundwave, which I know people are going to be jazzed about. We only see him in box in the front. We don't get to see what the stealth bomber mode looks like. It looks good enough, I suppose. Sorry. I do wish we'd seen them out of the box images. Apparently it's going to be 18 steps. Rock and roll, a doodly do. Did we see the hashtag previously? This is car hashtag rather than SUV spy vehicle hashtag. 14 steps? 18. Oh, 4 less steps on hashtag. Interesting. Hashtag seems to have a lot of... Is that going to be the roof of the car? It's something. There's a lot of back kibble or back shell for her, unfortunately, but, whatever. Soundwave, I think, will do well in terms of sales because, the fans of the show, people like Soundwave in general, and the design's not bad. So I could see them, like, potentially people buying the Soundwave just because, it's a solid-looking Soundwave, and it's a nice new design for him. It's kind of like the Prime one. That was a good design for him, too. I never liked the Cyberverse one, to be honest. I like this one a lot more. Even though I'm apprehensive about any toys that come out for Earthspark because they always feel half-assed. It's the toy line which we don't want to give money to because we know it's the kids show, and it's not G1. The collectors don't care about it because that's the world we live in now, generally speaking. Are these out now? Oh, it's from In Demand Toys, so maybe they're up for pre-orders? Question mark. I don't know. Maybe they're not too far out from coming, I suppose. I mean, they're in package, so they can't be too far out. Next up, we have what I used as the image for the show this week, which was a possible look, first look even, at the Supreme X Transformers crossover collaboration, question mark. Supreme I only know as the brand that sold people really expensive bricks with their logo on it. And they sell other fucking garbage with their logo on it for extortionate prices and people buy it. He says with a transform in his hand, trying to not think of the irony about talking about things that are overpriced. Ha ha ha. I'm trying not to think. If I do, it'll make me cry. So, what is this? Yeah, if you don't know, Supreme is a brand name, and I think what they are known for is selling their brand name more so than anything else. So, I guess they're doing it with Transformers now for better and or for worse. Hip hip hooray. What else does it say? For those wondering, Supreme is related to the high-end Korean clothing brand. Oh, it's a clothing brand. I didn't even know they did clothes. I just knew they did bricks and other crap. It's got some other collaborations before, like one with Hot Wheels in 2019. All right, if you say so, buddy. The image shows what seems to be a G1 Optimus Prime mold, completely in red, because that's the boring design, with the Supreme logo, which is also fucking boring because it just says Supreme logo on the trailer. We can also spot the accessories, a yellow missile on yellow missiles and a red roller. Wow, red roller, a sticker sheet and instructions with the Supreme logo. We are yet to see official confirmed toy images for the toys. So yep, I wonder if it will. Yeah, it's probably just G1 Optimus Prime. I don't think it's going to be the Missing Link one. It would be a little bit more tolerable if it was the Missing Link one, just because you'd be like, oh, yeah, okay. Posable Optimus Prime, G1 Optimus Prime, that's neat. Mr. White says, I am whelmed. As am I. Mr. White, what's your opinion on Supreme? Do you have that like big jacket that had Supreme over it and it was a meme for a while? I could see you doing the pose at the very least. But yeah, you know what I love? Red Optimus Primes. They're really rare. We've never seen an Optimus Prime that's red before. Now you might say, Andy, you're being very cynical. Optimus Prime's legs have never been red. And I would say, well, maybe they have been in the past, but you've got me there. His legs are not blue, they are definitely red, and the rest of him is going to be red too, assuming his head is going to be red. Roller's red, so that's cool. His guns are red, his fists are red. Oh, he's gonna look red. He does have silver smokestacks and like a few bits of silver on him, thank Christ, just to break up the intense harshness of the red. But even then, I'm looking at it like, yeah, wow, what a fucking cool figure. I wonder how much it's going to be. I'd say it's going to be at least $100, £100 easily, if not more, just because Supreme brand. Mr. White says, I honestly thought it was a food brand. No, it's apparently a Korean clothing brand. But as I said, I will never forget when they were selling a brick to people. People bought it. How much is that brick worth? Hang on. I'm morbidly curious. I want to depress myself. I'm going to head to eBay. Supreme, no. Go away. Advert. Supreme brick. That's not how you spell brick. Brick. Fuck off. All right. Okay. I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna show you. That's the wrong one. There it is. So I get why the postage to a point is £94 for delivery, because you are shipping a brick that you don't want to get broken. But the standard price for it, well, the price I've got here for the first result is $154.90. Plus the 94, we're into the 200s. So what's the lowest price Supreme brick? You can just buy okay, slates, fine. 100 Supreme red box logo stickers. 50 fucking pounds for a red sticker that says Supreme. You can suck my cock. Get out of here. 50 quid for a sticker. I definitely feel less cheated now buying Transformers. A fucking sticker, bro. Come on. Supreme. Okay, the cheapest Supreme brick, which is pre-owned, obviously, is £130 with £13 2-day delivery. What's the most expensive Supreme brick? I must know. Maybe you can buy like a small Supreme house. Ooh, the Supreme Clay Brick FW16 collection, 100% authentic, new in box logo is If you're buying a Supreme Brick, this one, send me money. You could do that. If you're buying this fucking brick, you can send me money. This one is valued at, and this is you can best offer it, so you don't have to pay this price. You can make a better offer. Is $2,400 dues, but it does come with its box. Apparently, it's official. I don't know how you check if it was official. Postage, obviously, international is £74. So so for English money, that's 1,936. So again, we're nearly 3,000. No. We're not nearly 3,000. We are 2,000, 2,200, something like that, give or take. But yeah, Supreme. It's a brand. It exists. I don't know why, but it's a thing. I don't know how much the Optimus Prime will cost, but again, it's not going to be cheap, I would assume, because of the brand name of Supreme. Mr. White says, we are talking about pompous brands, though. Nobody understands it. True. Only rich people and people who think they're cool and hip and fashionable will understand the erotic allure of the brand name. Pardon. I don't care about the brand name. I care about the quality of the product and my value for money. And clearly, I don't think the Supreme brand is worth what they're asking for. You're paying for it because it's rich. And it's only expensive. Yeah, the only reason it's expensive is because it makes it exclusive. Thus, people want it, is what I would imagine it is, more so than anything. On to the Lego. We've got Brickheads. Brickheads being Lego's Funko Pops. I let Lego get away with it a little bit more, if I'm honest, just on the basis that it's Lego, so it's a good quality product. You can rebuild it into things that you want. It's not a useless lump of plastic. It's just a useless lump of plastic in a better shape, is what I'd say. So on early mornings, this is what the story is. Early morning surprise, we have our first look at the Lego Brickheads Optimus Prime and Bumblebee. Images come from Instagram from Feetful04. Both sets are going to be retailed for $20 US, which is about the right price for these, I think. And the Optimus Prime is 237 pieces. B is 253 pieces. And they're kind of the standard. Oh my god, they're a little bit freaky. A little bit freaky. It seems like they come with two. They have the robot mode and the vehicle mode. They don't transform, but they come with both things. The Optimus Prime looks a bit weird, but I guess they're meant to be weird, right? They're meant to be like weird cute. It looked like his chest details are all going to be stickers. The gray bit in the center of his like forehead piece, the little triangle bit in the center of his forehead, that's going to be a sticker as well. The little shiny bits on the eyes, I don't know if they'll be printed onto the sticker, onto the Lego pieces. Maybe there will be, because it's one that they're using multiple times. I hope they're not stickers though, because that would suck. And then for the truck mode, stickers for the window screens and for the grill bits on his grill. I'm gonna assume the Autobot insignia is probably gonna be stickers as well. And XL Head says Lego Gun Megatron when. Ooh, yeah, that's coming. Totally won't be a tank. Totally won't be a tank. For realsies. For realsies. Bumblebee looks a little bit cuter. Yeah, I'm happy to see that. Because Prime has his faceplate, it makes his face look a bit strange. But because B's face is meant to be like one piece, it is two pieces, but it's meant to be one piece. Because it's two pieces, there's a big line just underneath his eye, so it looks like he's got a really like long mouth, like a Muppet. Like if you think about a what's his name? Like an Ernie or a Bert, you know, or the Canadian mouths in South Park, where they just go up and down kind of cut. Looks a bit like that. So maybe this is Canadian Bumblebee. So if you've ever thought to yourself, man, I really wish Bumblebee was Canadian, I want that representation in my life, this could be your Canadian Bumblebee. Stickers, I'm going to assume, are going to be the Autobot insignias, the extra lines on the front of his forehead, the window screen, the window screen wipers and shine effect on the front of his windows. So yeah, these are fun. Still better than Creo. That's never forget Creo. Never forget it. But they look better than Creo. They're quite cute. And I will let them off because they're not shitty Funko Pops. You can at least disassemble them and rebuild them. I don't know if you can rebuild them into anything combined, but Excel Hedge says B face looks like a South Park Canadian. Yeah, I did say that. Yeah. Dudes look Canadian. So, something that happened this week, we had hot and sexy pre-orders for the Ultra Magnus Studio Series figure, who I've tried to order a couple of times from In-Demand Toys, but when it gets to the payment part, it just goes, oh, you can't do this payment for some reason. I'm like, okay, but that's literally your only payment option. Can I choose another option? And it's like, no, you can't. It's like, oh, okay, well, I was going to pre-order the Ultra Magnus, but I guess I won't be able to, unfortunately, which is a shame because the second-hand price on this figure is a lot. It's got stupid scalper prices, so I'd like to be able to get it, even if it is what I would consider stupid priced. It feels like at the moment, Commander class is you have to buy it at full price effectively. If you don't buy it at full price, you're gonna get scalped. These things don't seem to go on sale unless it's Motormaster. I wonder if Silverbolt will be the same as Motormaster, or if he's going to be like Ultra Magnus and hang around. Sorry, Silverbolt hang around like Motormaster, or whether he'll be like Ultra Magnus and sell out really quickly. Same for Optimus. I wonder. Either way, if you missed out on Ultra Magnus, he's getting a reissue. And Legacy Beachcomber. What's the Legacy Beachcomber stuff about? Beachcomber's getting reissued as well. I didn't know he was needed, to be fair. Ultra Wide Magnus. Yeah, he's a little bit on the wide side, but it's so far the best standard Ultra Magnus. I'd say for the most part, unless there's another one that's better. Mr. White says he fears nothing apart from the narrow doorways. Damn. All this hate on Studio Series Ultra Magnus, poor guy. To be fair, at a Hasbro kind of price point budget for the engineers, I think they did a good job making not a white Optimus Prime with armor for a change. And what was the last Ultra Magnus before this? Was it... What was it? Oh, it was Siege. It was Siege, wasn't it? It was Siege or Earth. No, it was Earthrise. Earthrise had that. And I don't remember... The Earthrise one looked okay. I wasn't like super sold on the Earthrise one / Siege one. And then the one before that was Combiner Wars, I think? Was this a significant upgrade from the Earthrise one, chat? Let me know. I want, because I'm interested. But yeah, if you missed out the opportunity, well, to be honest, by now you've probably missed out this opportunity as well. So, you know, because I did also check on Hasbro Pulse UK, and it's not on there. It's like, yeah, why would it be? Talking of Studio Series, though, we've got Studio Series listings, and we got the Leader TF5, which is Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, The Last Night. Whatever the movie was. Whatever the fucking movie was after the Last Night. It's that one. You can tell me in chat, but I don't care. Excelhead says Siege / Earthrise, 2 different armor molds. Yeah, they're the same figure. They're the same figure with slight different tweak to the mold. It's the same thing, though. They're not different. That's like saying, Ramjet and Thrust are different from Starscream. It's like they're the same. Bruh, they're the same. On a more interesting scale, they're doing the Leader 86 Astro Train, which hopefully will be a new mold and hopefully will not be a shit Astro Train. Because there's yet to be an Astro Train within recent memory that hasn't been poo, at least in my opinion. Because the Siege one, people were like, it's good. I was like, it's bad. It's bad, man. That's a poo figure. That's a poo. Oh, no. No, I know what they're going to do. At least I'm guessing what they're going to do. So cynical Andy will assume that they're going to do what they did with Springer, right? That's what's going to happen. They're going to get the toy from Earthrise Siege, and what they're going to do is they're going to maybe give him a couple of extra parts, like 1 or 2 new parts, spruce up his color scheme a bit more, and then maybe give him a few accessories. That's what it's going to be, isn't it? That's what it's going to be. It's just like Blaster Soundwave will be for Earthrise. Yeah, exactly. Not good then. But yeah, this is going to be super. Well, I might be wrong. This might be okay. This might be a new mold, but they also say they're going to be doing Leader 86 Snarl, which is a re-release. I guess they want to get another one out there, and Leader 86 Soundwave, which, like Exelhead says, is probably just the Earthrise one, just in better colors. I guess what they could do to make it worthwhile is just give you all the cassettes with him, but I don't... would they give you all the cassettes? Because Studio Series Rumble and Frenzy did come out a while ago. I don't know. They're not available on shelves anymore, but it would piss off people who've already got those figures. They wouldn't be happy to get them yet again. But yeah, again, the cynical thing in me says both of these new figures could just be tweaks of old figures. Hopefully they won't be. Hopefully they'll be brand new molds. I don't think so. I think Soundwave's more likely to be just a re-release. Astro Train has the potential, or should at least be completely redone. Soundwave, I don't know what you can do for him, to be fair. What the fuck do you do for Soundwave? You could scale down Soundwave into a deluxe figure and he'd work fine, you know? I think the only reason they make him Leader scale, Voyager scale, is to go like, hey, look, he's got working cassettes. Now we can sell you the cassettes as well. Excuse me, Mr. White says all the cassettes equals too generous for the big H. Oh, yeah. Man, have you... I mean, this is a side thing, a side tangent. But did you see that the Electro figure, the Spider-Man No Way Home Electro figure, which is a standard Marvel figure, effectively, that doesn't have the likeness for Jamie Lee Fox because they couldn't get the rights to it. They're selling that figure for $40, and he has the exact same effects parts as the female Electro that's coming out. That is either is out or is coming out. The exact same price as every other standard figure, but this that Electro figure, the one from No Way Home, is like an extra $10 dearer. It's crazy. It's crazy. And that Spider-Man figure, the ultimate Spider-Man figure, what's it called? From the Maximum line, that comes with a load of extra accessory parts that have been released previously, and with a load of other figures, is going to either be $50 or $60 to try and compete with like your Mafexes and stuff like that. It's like, bruh. Fuck off. Fuck off. Exelhead says, bet Soundwave will come with Rat Bat. Have they already released Rat Bat for Studio Series? If not, then yeah, maybe. But yeah, I don't know. I'm concerned. I remember I saw this story and I was like, oh, new Astro Train, that'd be cool. And then I started thinking about it and went, I shouldn't get excited, should I? This week, we got images from the Cyber World, which is going to be the new series for Transformers. We got new images for it. Apparently, we then got the same images, but in better quality. We got a blurb and all that shit, so I guess we can read some stuff from that and figure out maybe what the new show will be, but obviously very early, very, very early. So, this happened at the Transformers Hasbro booth in Nuremberg. Is that in Germany? I think that's Germany land. of the German sausage. So it says, travel to Nuremberg, a toy fair in Germany during the last week. Travel to the last week of January and procure an exciting high-energy reveal video, potentially with an animation component, to help build anticipation for Hasbro's new Transformers Cyberworld toy line. And its accompanying YouTube series. Oh, so it's not even going to be on TV. Okay, well, that might be for the best. Maybe it won't be. The goal of this project is to create a truly energetic and exciting reveal video that, for the very first time, showcases the toys themselves in a high-energy fashion, and that also includes the YouTube series that is that's dropping later this year. Oh, okay. To do this, you'll need. This seems like a job application. To do this, you'll need to be able to capture the toys at the Nuremberg Toy Fair in Germany on Saturday, the 1st of February. Yesterday, then. This is not about showcasing the event. This just happens it just happens that this toy fair is where the toys will first be unveiled and shapes the nature of the production. I can't read tonight. Creatively, Hasbro wants something that has the driving visual narrative, but they're open to a variety of different approaches, and they're even open to the inclusion of some 2D and 3D animation. 2D, 3D animation effects, if that helps to elevate the footage that you capture. You may want to consider on-screen talent or limited stop-motion elements, and that's workable here too. Hasbro has also provided a few references in the background that could be helpful for you. Here as you think about how you might go about this. There will not be any footage available from the upcoming YouTube series, just a logo. So 90% or so of your video should be focused on the toys, with just the tease for the YouTube series. If you happen to use any animation motion graphics, you'll have to be careful that none of your animations can be confused as assets from the show. And you'll have to have this is definitely a job application. If you want to do this, just do it well. Okay, objectives. Yeah, I'm not going to read all. Fuck that. I'm not reading all of this. But yeah, we got the effectively the promotional image, which showcases a few characters like Bimblebee, Grimelock, Bulletor instead of Megatron, but we're going to call him Bulletor, and Optimus Prime. All have very basic looking designs. Like, they all look like they could be evergreen toys, and by that I mean the shit evergreen toys. Like, they look very simple. Like, Bumblebee specifically reminds me of the Universe Legends figures that me and Big D were talking about last week. Just the way that the arms look. It looks like the front of the car just kind of flips up, and these just kind of tuck neatly under the car mode, and that'll be most of the work done. Let's have a quick read of chat, because I'd see some things have popped up. Gonna be honest, this sort of price gouging is why I just buy from conventions, often from the junk bin. I can understand why. I definitely feel ripped off a lot of the time from Hasbro, to be honest. Sometimes I don't, but sometimes I'm like, bruh, come on. Head says, why is Grimlock styled like he's Beast Wars Megatron with a T-Rex fist? Yeah, we'll talk about Grimlock once I've got through these. Mr. White says, oh no, Mecha Live? Oh Christ, I hope not. And Simon says, hi Andy. Hello, Simon Tang. Hope you're doing well. But yeah, Grimlock has a dinosaur head for a hand. I don't know if he's got a tail arm, but he does have like vibes of Beast Wars Megatron for some reason, and it is primarily because he has the dinosaur head. And then Bull Megatron, well, we saw what the toy was like not last week, but the week before, when we saw the really early prototype image of it, and it looked really, really, really fucking basic. But it is captured this design color-wise. It's weird, as he is primarily like the Megatron gray that you would expect, and then this kind of bluish grayish color as well for like extra bits, like his helmet is bluish gray. His bull head is bluish gray, and his arms are bluish gray. And then the horns are yellow. Yellow? Yes, that's right, Andy. Yellow. You know colors. So I don't know. Keep an open mind. Don't go into hating, I suppose. Wait for the hate to flow when I see that first episode and I go, wow, this is wank. Just like Earthspark was. And Optimus Prime looks a little bit like the Classics design. Just how the chest kind of looks, and he's got a little bit of the hood coming up behind the back of his head. It reminds me a little bit of Classics. He's also got wheels on his forearms as well. Thankfully, they're not giant halves of the door on his wrist, so that's always a boon. But yeah, first image of Cyberworld. I do not know what this show will be like. I'm praying, since it's on YouTube, I'm really hoping it's not going to be like the Machinima series, which was fucking atrocious. It might be the worst Transformers has ever been, the Machinima series, because it was horrifically bad. But who knows? Maybe this will not have to conform with TV standards, and thus they can do a little bit interesting stuff. I have a feeling that's not going to be the case. Maybe it will be. I don't know. I can't even conceive of what Hasbro wants to try and do with this online broadcasting thing. It's not a bad way to do it, though, I suppose, because then you don't need to worry about like your show being fucking murdered by getting put on a bad hour, we're gonna put it on at 2 PM, when kids are at school. So like Cartoon Network won't be able to murder it, for instance, or any other channel will be able to murder it. The only thing that'll damage it, I guess, is how easy and how much like kids would care. How well advertised it's going to be on like YouTube to find, etc., etc. I wonder if it'll go to streaming platforms eventually in the end. I wonder. Once the show's all out, will they go, okay, we'll sell you the rights to have Cyberworld in your place? Also, Cyberworld, a little close to Cyberverse. At least it's different. At least it's not just Cyberverse again, like, RID is. Yes, RID, or RID. At least this is Cyberverse versus Cyberworld. It's still a little close, but it's something different, I suppose. Simon says, I feel like we're going back to a time when we were kids. The toys is so basic compared to the toys. The kids' toys is so basic compared to the toys. Yeah. Like, I think the reason that I don't know, I've probably mentioned it before. I think the reason why the kids' show toys are so crap is because kids aren't buying toys really anymore. Most kids will be having like a video game or something. So why would you invest in a show? Why would you invest in a show's toy line when kids aren't going to be, spending the money on those toys? It's going to maybe be collectors. If kids are going to buy them, let's not invest a lot of money into it so they're quite cheap. That would be why. That would be my idea. That's the only thing I can come up with to why the toys are the way that they are now, at least for the kids show. There has been a steady decline, let's be honest, because RID, their Warriors were a downgrade, but they're still better than than Cyberverse's toys line and Earthspark's toy line, if you ask me. I think those were very basic, but still functional, pretty fun toys. And for the Warriors, obviously, you had that issue of like, all the characters? No. We're not going to do all the characters. We're going to do some of the characters, not all of them, though. And then that kind of persisted for like Cyberverse when they just went, the cast? No, you'll get 3 figures. You'll get another 3 figures. You get another 3 figures. And if you look at that poor Cyberverse RC, like if you have that RC, has it gone orange? Or like, no, it's not orange, right? Is it? It's brown. Has your RC turned brown? Because we use shitty, cheap plastic for her, so she can turn to poo. Simon says, kids want a skin of Optimus Prime in Fortnite. They already have it. I think Prime's in Fortnite. Pretty sure it's Movie Prime, but either way, I'm sure they have Optimus Primal as well. I'm pretty sure, if I remember right. The most important thing, though, is Fortnite has Hatsune Miku. And she can do the Miku Miku beam. And that's important, at least to people. Not to me, though. Oh, speaking of shitty toys, here's another one. Sorry. Transformers Authentic Titan Changer. Now, these are the 11-inch, really basic, shitty toys that make the G1 toys look good. If you want a toy that looks like G1 Shockwave, well, he does look like G1 Shockwave. He is hollow as fuck and has basically no articulation. It's kind of what you would expect, like, to find in like a KO brand store, like B&M or something like that, where you get like oh yeah, it's Shockwave. His name's Blockmaster, and he's got no plastic. He's 6 steps to transform him. He transforms into his. Fuck me. Oh my god. Oh god. Okay, so. Oh god. I think it's fucking. How many steps did it say that took? 6. You fold the head backwards into the cavity that is his back, because he has no back piece. You rotate the arms up. You push the arms inwards. What's this one? I guess you fold the hands away. You rotate the legs. And then you push them together. That's your 6 steps. I would say that's very generous to call those transformation stages. I would say that my fan mode for my Action Master Shockwave and Bruticus, not Bruticus, you idiot Andy, and my fan made mode for Devastator, to turn them into quote-unquote planes, which effectively equated to you raise the hands in the air, you put a gun into their hand, you spread their legs out sideways, like you're going to mount a horse, and then you bend the knees, and that was a plane, right? That is about equivalent to this. In all honesty. Actually, this has about as much articulation as an Action Master as well, thinking about it. Because this doesn't have elbow joints, neither did the Action Master either. But wowzers. This is good. Okay, this is good for 6+, bruh. I think you could probably give this to a 4-year-old and it would be fine. Like, it's 11 inches tall. The only danger you've got is the 4-year-old just smashing it and start eating the plastic shards. Because I don't think this is going to satisfy a 6-year-old. At least I wouldn't have thought so. Exel Hedge Simon Tang says, hang on. No, Exel Hedge says, Prime is Battle Pass exclusive, meaning he can't be purchased / earned outside of a particular Fortnite season. Oh, well, there you go. Mr. White says he has afternoon nap mode. Yeah, pretty much. Lie down. Get comfy. Mr. White, step 1 and step 2 is getting it out of the box. Step 5 and 6 is turning it to work at what the fuck it is. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty true, man. It's on the box image, they show the... Oh, what do you want to call it? When he doesn't have a space gun mode, it's like a space submarine gun. It's that mode. It's that mode that they're kind of promoting on the front of the box, which they're like, this is what he turns into. It's like, but it doesn't look like that, does it? Does this image on the front of the box for his vehicle mode look like this? The answer is no. If you squint really hard, maybe. Mostly no. Exelhead says that Shockwave is worse than that Walgreens exclusive Shockwave from a few years back. To be honest, I can't remember what that one was, but I'll take your word for it. This, as usual, the Authentics line. They are made for bad children who aren't allowed nice things. A comment. It's a budget toy for kids, and it looks pretty decent, actually. I'm not sure why people think every single thing should be made for... No. This doesn't need to be made for adult collectors. This doesn't need to be made for adult collectors, right? No. But it's so aggressively ugly in terms of how hollow it is. Like, I'm thinking back to like an easy transformer I had as a kid, which was a big black monster truck with like yellow and pink stickers on it, and it had like a tow cable on the back with a wheel on it instead of like a hook cable. It just had like a wheel on the back. And it had a button on the front. You'd press the button on the front, or you could just like ram it into things. The front car bonnet would split in half, and he'd do like a flex, like an arm flex pose. His head would shoot up out of his chest, so he'd have this big face, and then the wheels would kind of push down and push the figure up. So like he'd rocket forward, and he'd land on his wheel. Like where, as I mentioned, where the hook was going to be, he would land on that, so he'd kind of pop up, and it would be an automorph thing. That was not a bad toy. It was weighty. It had weight to it. It wasn't flimsy and hollow. It had a fairly fun, basic transformation automorph gimmick, and it had some really good, solid springs in it. So when you pushed it back together, it was for a kid. It took a little bit of effort. You know, that was a fun toy for a kid. I don't think you'd get much out of this, like Action Master wise. Again, if we're talking about Action Masters, at least with an Action Master, you got like a little transforming gun backpack helmet buddy thing. So even though the figure couldn't transform for Toffee, it could do something. All G1 toys. All right, things like Broadside have its problems, right? It's just a shitty figure. However, it transforms into three things. Does it do it well? No. No, it doesn't do it well. But it transforms into three things, and each thing looks distinct, and it isn't hollow. He does have big silly shoes, though, like a clown. But three distinct modes. Boat, good. Plane, like plane mode is better than this. Broadside, G1 Broadside's plane mode is better than this, because it actually looks like plane. You go, yeah, okay, fair enough. Robot for Broadside is probably on par with this, but it gets away with a bit more because it's not hollow as fuck. XL Hedge says, Andy, for a better low-budget Shockwave, Google Cyber Battalion Shockwave. That sounds familiar. Is that the one from Cyberverse? I'll copy that. I'll put it in. I'll throw it into Google. Cyber Battalion Shockwave. Oh, no. That's right. I remember this. Yeah. This is much better. Yeah, this is a budget. I remember seeing this and being like almost kind of tempted by it because it looks pretty neat. It's limited, but this is a Shockwave. Oh, look, it turns into a thing. Is it perfect? No, I wouldn't say his head should stick out of the back of the plane. That's a bit of a weird choice. Come on, load. There it is. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, like that. Like his head shouldn't just like. Maybe they mistransformed it. Maybe it actually goes into his chest. We'll assume this is the correct way they've transformed it. Having his head stick up like scourges, not great. But that looks like a plane. That looks like something you can swoosh. It's not great, but it look. I can lie to myself and say at least this is on par with G1 Broadside plane, right? I look at it and go, yeah, okay. And it looks like it definitely has more steps. It has 10 steps. And let's see the robot mode. And the robot mode's not too bad either, really. How much is this one? Oh. It is, it's $39.99 though. Isn't it meant to be really fucking tall though? Isn't that why it's like expensive as fuck? Because it's big? How tall is it? Doesn't say how tall it is. This is 6+ as well. This is better than the previous figure. Fuck me. Yeah, do we know how tall this figure is? That Mr. White says that has some toy appeal. Yeah, it looks like a thing. It looks like a thing that like it's not like high standard, you know, it's not like a legacy figure or anything like that, but it looks like a toy. It looks like a thing that a kid would play with. I don't think it should be $39.99 or £60 when it originally came out. It's definitely not £60 because that's like leader price point, which is fucking crazy. But if this is the size of like for a 6-year-old, let's say Voyager scale, Oh, XLHead says that price inflation when it came out, it was $15 is perfect. I was gonna say if it was 20, that would be fine as well for this, depending on how big is it, like toll wise. XLHead, do you know? Is it like Voyager scale, bigger than Voyager scale? Yeah, I maybe it wasn't released in the UK, which is why it's so expensive. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Oh, are there not even shop links for this? Yeah, oh, you can get it on Amazon UK for £90. Jesus Christ. Oh, there it is. Ben's World has it for $17. $17 is fine. A little higher than XLHead said. How tall are you? How tall are you? Packaging. I don't care about the packaging. I'm probably going to miss it as I skim read this shit. Oh, 7 inches. There we go. Okay, so that's... Yeah, for 17 bucks for a basic kid's toy, yeah, that's all right. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's okay. Actually, that's more Voyager scale, isn't it? So again, yeah, I'm okay with that. Le Sombre says, I have this and paid 20 for this and the Jetfire on eBay. They're not worth store price. Well, they're not worth that store price, that's for sure. I think the standard retail price seems like it was probably okay. Again, this is good. This is bad. No. None of this. What happened? What went wrong? Is that the last bit of news? Oh no, the last bit of news is Transformers 40th anniversary Bumblebee foldable container. Now I know everybody's been waiting for this because you've all been like, oh, I can't wait till Andy talks about a fucking box. For those not aware, this is a 50-liter full foldable container made of yellow plastic featuring Bumblebee printed on it. This is a variant of the previous release. There was a previous release? Previously released Transformers 40th Anniversary Autobot Decepticon container, foldable container. Clearly I didn't cover this last time. Yeah, well, the last... Okay, so the last one was a black container with the Autobot and Decepticon logo on it. I guess this one, to be fair, this one's just a yellow one. Yeah, this is just a yellow one with an Autobahn insignia and the word Bumblebee on it. Is Bumblebee on it? No. It's just a box that's foldable. Oh, God, okay. Now there are 3 versions of the container available for direct purchase via Groove Garage web store. I don't know who those are. For 7,150 yen, which is about $45 US. I'm just rounding up. What do you do? Amazing goods and paneling. Please don't show porn things. Just in case. Do they just sell, like, hat? Yeah, they're anime keychains from things I don't know. Badges, t-shirts, little tiny bags. Are the bags plushies, keychains. So on the front of the webpage, they've just got anime tat. So I don't know if if it's just a tat store or if they actually sell other stuff in here as well. Either way, do you want a box? Do you want Bumblebee on the box? Well, there you go. There you go. Love it. I love boxes. Boxes you can put things in. XLHead says, insert SpongeBob's box imagination meme. Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. Mr. White says, Hasbro is now directly advertising potential gear to Billy at TF Nation storage. Oh, my God. Well, I don't think 40 liters would be good enough, unfortunately. I'm trying to consider, like, how much 40 liters is. I hate it when they talk about liters because I think about bottles of water, you know? And then I can't transition that into how many bottles of water is this box? How many bottles of water are you, box? I can't figure that out for sure. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But yeah, that's all the... Oh, no, yep, that's all the news. That's all the news for the week. Or last 2 weeks, I should say. Don't think there's anything else of real value talking about. There was the Transformers SwapCon's Wild Jungle Mission 5-pack in hand images. I can't remember what those are. Oh, these are the new, like, tat things, aren't they? Oh, yeah. God, it's just bot shots. Yeah, they're just bot shots, but they can twist and combine. Man, yeah, okay. Well, I do have some things to talk about. Let me get some images, because that would probably be a good idea to have some images up, so I can have something for reference material. Legacy. We'll talk about Legacy Optimus Prime, the G1 version, not the Commander one, because that's just gone out of stock. I might buy that from Japan. Might have to buy that from Japan just to be able to get it and get it at a slightly less price. I got wow, this was actual one I got. I got the deluxe Optimus Prime, the cheap missing link Optimus Prime, as it was on sale on Amazon. So instead of full price, he was 19. I was like, yeah, I don't want to pay full price for him, but I'll get him for 19 beans. The fact that he comes with like 3 accessories, he comes with 2 different ion blasters for some reason. I don't know why he comes with. I mean, they are different. They are very slightly different. One's, I guess, more toy accurate, and one's more cartoon accurate, I suppose. Yeah, he has 2 iron blasters, and then he has his little battle axe. His battle axe can't store anywhere apart from in his hand, but there is a port in the back, so if you want to have him hold all of his items, he can do, so that's fine. In terms of an action figure, I'm like, yeah, for 20 quid. He's not bad. He's pretty fun. He does everything I'd need a missing link to do, but is far cheaper than the missing link. So there's that benefit. I would have liked him to have a wrist swivel, but because of how his hands transform, that's not feasible. Oh shit! I forgot. He also has like the Matrix, because of course he does. Why wouldn't he have the Matrix of leadership with him? Why wouldn't he do that? Can I get it out? Come on! Ow! Ow! Ow, I'm not worthy, am I, Prime? This is why you won't let me have it. Come on. I'm worthy. I bought you. I own you. There we go. I think this is the standard Matrix that they use all the time, but it's just translucent blue for whatever reason. I guess they just had a load of these like lying around and they went, fuck it. Translucent blue? Yeah, whatever. Because he doesn't have any other translucent blue on him, so they molded it specifically. It does store nicely in his chest. I'm really glad that the front of the cab mode unpegs and flops down. Since it's a nice nod to the Diaclone thing. The front skirt lifting up is useful. It's good that it's there. It looks weird when you fully lift it up, but it's nice that it's there, so you can keep the original look of the figure, but he's not hampered articulation-wise. The only issue I really have with mine is I have a little bit of problem getting the legs to peg together when you're transforming him. That can be a little bit annoying. He also has a light piping bar across the center of the top of his head, which is absolutely worthless. I've yet to be able to get the light to work unless I get like a torch and shine it directly down into his head. And even then, I'm not sure how much of that is just light spillage versus the actual light coming through the light piping. So it was a little bit worthless to do that, but I guess it adds a little bit of pop to the eyes without having to do paint. But yeah, I'm surprised how nice this little figure is. He transforms reasonably well, but the actual alt mode is surprisingly gappy. That would be my issue I have with it. It's surprisingly gappy. So, something interesting as well about the promotional images, it shows like the translucent window on the side of the car, on the side of the cab mode, as being completely translucent. It's not, it's painted. Those that have the toy know this. Those that don't might not know this. Promotional images show that it's just not painted. It is painted. It does have the red bits where they need to be. So that's nice at the very least. But yeah, I wish the mode wasn't as gappy as it appears to be. I wish it kind of like clicked together like the original G1 toy. Because this doesn't click. It feels like a lot of friction pegs, at least for getting the arms underneath his chest. For that part of the transformation, it's more frictiony rather than you click it into position. At least that's how it would feel. Because he's got his arms, because of the way he transforms as well. He's got technically a backwards butterfly joint, so again, a nice little bit of extra articulation. And because he has 2 guns, you can have him dual wield. It's quite nice. I'd be interested to see if they do anything else with this mold, since they've made it. It'd be weird for them, not to do the basic thing of, repaint him, blah, blah, blah. If they did a shattered glass version with a new head that looked cool, I wouldn't pay full price for it, but yeah, I could be tempted. You could tickle my peen, and I might be slightly aroused by it. Could I have waited a little bit longer for it to be cheaper? Yeah, maybe I could, but again, $19.99. I was interested in it. I missed out on Hotshot, the Cyberverse Hotshot, not Cyberverse, idiot Andy. The Cybertron Hotshot. I missed out on that. That never went on sale, and it just vanished. I was like, I'd rather just go 20 quid for the Prime and just be happy. I don't know what I'll do about that Hotshot because I did want it. Excelhedge says, not bot shots, Andy. They're just the new Micromasters combiners. No, they're not that bad. Jesus. Those things that we were just talking about, they're not that bad. Oh my god. Oh, sorry, they're better than that. The Micromaster combiners are better than what they were. So I got this, Optimus Prime. Is it just on here? Because I also bought another one from Amazon. I could just put it in here. Transformers. It's easier to find. I also got... It's also a good excuse to see if there's anything else on sale, which there won't be. There won't be. There we go. I got Studio Select, Generation Select Magnificus, because I didn't have the Preceptor mold, the Studio Series Preceptor, even though it hung around for 10,000 years. And I was like, well, it's 19 quid... down from 30. It's definitely not worth fucking 30 quid. I was like 20, like same price as Prime. Yeah, okay, I'll buy it. So I got it. The mold's not great. Like I did his transformation into both modes earlier today. It's fine. It feels like an earlier Studio Series figure. Because they're so adherent to how Preceptor transforms, I feel like they were kind of limited in what they could do because it just transforms like the original Preceptor. It does feel a little loosey-goosey. It's not like... Is it jiggly? Let's try... No, it's not that jiggly. I'll tell you what it is. Because I think it's the way that his legs transform. When you spread his legs out, you get to like a hard point, which you have to then push through to get it to go... You know, the full Van Damme split. But then when you unpeg it from that point, it's a hard kind of slot down. It's almost like it's on like clicks. So you get it to a point, then you push through and it clicks into position. And then it's rather weak going back to a standard straight pose. Also, I kind of wish because of the way that the legs have this pin going through the top of the thigh, so you can get it to do the classic microscope pose, you know, where you kind of swing the legs in. I wish there was a bit more of a... You had to give a bit more force to, you know, get it to bend, if you know what I mean. It's an okay figure from what I've fiddled with so far. It's not great. I think 20 is fine to spend on it. I kind of wish I had Preceptor when he was like smelly cheap. Pardon, just because it's Preceptor. But I'm also not super disappointed I didn't get him. You know, I'm tempted to get Antagony because I know Antagony is just what do you call it? It's just the Inferno mold. I think I can get that for around 20 quid-ish. It's like, yeah, it's probably worth 20 quid-ish. Because I like Antagony. I think Antagony's got a pretty cool look to her. So maybe. I'll have to wait and see. I'm just wanting some of the newer figures to actually go on sale. Oh, I'll tell you another thing about the Magnificus. I wish his shoulders clicked into their ports a little bit better. One of them's quite secure. The other one's not quite as secure when you pop it into place, unfortunately. Come on, let's get your head up, you stupid thing. I would say this figure is okay. Not as good as the Optimus Prime, but he's okay. Also, he does not want to hold his fucking gun. I can tell you that much. It's a tight hand in there, very tight, very very tight. Yeah, he's okay. He looks decent enough, I suppose. Just a little bit things here and there. I'm like, yeah, I wish you did this a little bit better. I wish you did that a little bit better. You know, he's fine. He's fine. All right, there we go. I've got him posed. I can put him back on the shelf. There we go. By shelf, I mean my desk. Axelhead says, you can go into tank mode, or is it only microscope? Can you go to tank? No, you can do both modes. He's got, like, he's a triple change. He's got his tank mode there, in quotations. You did in quotations as well. Good. Yeah, there's the tank mode, and there's the microscope mode. It's got both of them. The tank mode's Again, fine. I think it's too stringent to, how it has to be, because this is exactly how his microscope tank mode looked originally. So you don't do much for its transformation, and it's very much it's a tank question mark, I suppose. It's like, it's a microscope, yeah, I suppose, yeah, they're fine. They're okay. Again, not great. And the last transformer I got, I think I got it before last week, but we just didn't have time to talk about it. No. There we go. I got the Studio Series Silverbolt because he was 21 beans, and I was like, okay, 21 beans. I don't have him. I'll get him for £21. Fine. How is he for £21? He's about the correct price. I would have felt more gypped if I'd spent more on him. I don't like how his wings are on these. I don't even know what kind of pegs you call them, but they don't give a lot of friction tightness to them. It's enough, but the like when I lift his flappy wings up and down, I wish they were. I keep thinking to myself, man, I wish these were tighter. Don't need to be super tight. But one of them, they just feel looser than I'd like. I still always have the problem with the expression or the lack of expression on his face. But in terms of articulation, it's pretty good. The transformation's okay. It's okay. It's not anything revolutionary. In his wolf mode, I'm not a big fan of how little his front legs can do because of how they have to kind of click into position at the knees. It feels a little bit on the restrictive side. Robot mode's posable enough. Again, I kind of wish he was a little bit tighter in places. I do wonder, though, why he has this... Can I show it? Yeah, why he has this pin joint going across his chest, which doesn't seem to do anything. It originally did something for the original toy, I'm sure, because, yeah, like... His groin piece, like his little flappy groin piece, I'm pretty sure that entire section flipped up originally. This doesn't. It's just like there's a pin going through the center of his chest, which looks like something on his chest would move, but I don't think it does. Nothing in the instructions suggested it did either. It's a little weird. I can see why the upgrade kit from DNA is decent for it as well, because his little poor tail feathers don't go over his bottom, and it feels quite revealing. It'd be like a lady wearing a skirt that's too short and feeling the breeze on her bottom, Being like, ooh, I can feel a breeze on my rump. Comparing him to the Armada Motor Master, or the Armada Optimus Prime mold, I have now. I think that mold is better than the Silverbolt. It's better than that. Is there any other cheap ones? No, nothing else is cheap. His other mate, which was Galaxy Force Starscream, I had issues with that, but I think the Starscream's better than the Silverbolt, even though that Starscream has problems to it. Yeah, he's an okay figure. In terms of the three I got, the Optimus Prime's my favorite, which I don't usually say because I don't usually care about Optimus Primes. Then it's probably who do I like more, Magnificence or Silverbolt? I think I'd say Silverbolt, because he's, compared to Magnificus, you have to do a bit more transforming to make him into his mode. And in Magnificus in his microscope mode feels a bit floppy, I suppose. He's not floppy, but he feels looser than he should be. Yeah, okay, so Prime, Silverbolt, and Magnificus last is probably how I'd go about it. Excelhead says, okay, now go buy Silverbolt. I got Black Arachne. I got Black Arachne ages ago, so I don't need to worry about that. I've got Hellbat as well from the Iron Factory guys, but I'm not going to talk about him because I haven't got Guy-Hawk. Guy-Hawk should be in the post and should be coming at some point, so I'll fiddle with both of those at some point and then combine them into Lio Kaiser. Then I'll have the whole team until Death Cobra comes out, which I'll also need to get. Because it'll be the first ever Death Cobra figure. Apart from that, what have I been up to? Blah, 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 blah. Oh, we played Sifu. We've gone and played Sifu. We did one stream of that. That's a pretty fun game. It's a bit on the challenging side. You gotta learn how to do things and how to play. It's a fighting game, but it's pretty neat. I'm enjoying it so far. I'm enjoying it more because I'm using mods to change the look of the character to be VTubers. So that's quite entertaining to me, at least. We're going to be finishing up Dead Space pretty soon as well. I reckon, what's it, Tuesday? We're going to have that done and dusted. And then on Wednesday or Friday, we're going to start the Adam White Simulator. We're going to be playing Hitman World Assassin. So that should be quite fun and not stressful at all, I'm sure. Because that's something I've got. I've got Hitman now. I've got Hitman World Assassin, which will be used for streaming. And apart from that, I think that's all the... Oh, I've finished watching Stargate Atlantis. That was a mostly okay, but also disappointing show. Stargate SG-1, I definitely find to be frustrating, as they set up interesting plot points and then just don't do anything with them. Atlantis does the same thing. Their main antagonists, the Wraith, are such a... You find out, over the 5 seasons, you find out next to nothing about them. I'd even say the character development is very basic. Most of the stories, a lot of the stories, feel very standard first 2 seasons kind of stories you'd get for a sci-fi show. So it's not a bad show. It's just one of those ones where you go, you could have been so much more. I feel that this show could have been so much more if you'd just done a bit more interesting writing. They didn't do. I've also started Stargate Universe, which is clearly much more Battlestar Galactica styled. My issues with it so far are they get cameras and shove them inside people's fucking faces. The cameras get so close with the dramatic zooms that I can see the pores on people's noses. Or I would if they weren't wearing, obviously, makeup to conceal that stuff. The camera shots are sometimes way too tight. And just because you can have someone do a handheld shot doesn't mean every shot needs to be slightly wobbly and shaky. It feels like I'm just sitting there going, put it on a gimbal. Put it on a steady cam frame. Stop having the camera shake. The people are just talking. We're not a person in the room with ADHD shaking back and forth. Stop the camera shaking, please. Just a little bit. Not every shot needs it. It's a little crazy. XL Head says, speaking of VTubers, thoughts on the new V Shoujo members? Well, funnily enough, I was playing as one of them in Sifu. I was playing as Gigi Murin. I like Gigi Murin because she is... I class good VTubers as VTubers I would never date. I would never date them because it would be a danger to me. Like, they would kill me in my sleep kind of thing. And Gigi Murin is definitely a lady that would probably smother me with a pillow in my sleep. And, you know, that's generally not a good thing. Generally, you know, unless you're into the asphyxiation stuff. And, you know, that's to each their own, I suppose. But yeah, I like her because she's very, very strange and over the top and crazy. So I like her. Mr. White says, I won't be turning in to see you try to play as me. Too weird. What? Really? Mr. White, come on now. You were one of the people that said you wanted to see me play the Adam White Simulator. Come on now. Welcome the Jack V Dangers. True. Virtual well, no. I mean, VTubers are real people. So the danger that they pose to you in real life is a real thing. They can be a danger to you. It's true. You got to be careful of these people. I like to think I'm reasonably normal. I like to think I'm a person that you would assume isn't going to kill you. It's a lot of work. If killing you involved no work, okay, we can talk. Otherwise, it's like, yeah. The Jack says, that's like saying VR chat is real. It is real, baby. If you've got the right equipment to go into Ready Player One, it is real. The sensation suit, baby. That's what people are waiting for VR chat. No, there's that condition, isn't there, where people play VR chat and their brain convinces them that they can feel things. I can't remember what it's called, but that's a weird brain fucky wucky thing where your brain lies to you and makes you think you can feel things that you can't actually feel. Bizarre. The human brain's a strange thing. That's why you should eat them rather than think with them. That's my standpoint. Best movie? Hannibal. Why? Man makes a man eat his own brain. Pretty funny. Also, man allows child to eat human brain on a plane. And they say don't take things from strangers. Why not? Might be a human brain. You might learn to love human brain. You don't know. I don't know. Who knows, right? VR chat players aren't real. Oh man, if only that was true. Here's the problem, the Jack. Daddy used to play VR chat. So, that might be true then. He might not be real. I don't know what the point I was making was. Excelhead says, have you seen the Amazon Prime Sifu animation? I actually haven't. I probably should. I watched what was it called? Secret Level? I watched the Secret Level Space Marine thing, and I was like, this is okay. It didn't blow me away because it was very much like Astartes, which is like very light on story, but very visually fascinating. Did I watch another one? I might have tried to watch another Secret Level thing, but maybe I just didn't get around to it. I can check now. Because we're on here, so Secret Level. Did I watch any of the rest of these? Oh, I watched. Oh, that's right. I watched the Armored Core one. And again, it was visually quite nice, but apart from that, I was just like, what? Okay. Are any of these like good for their story? That's what I want to know. Which one's the Sifu one? Playtime fulfillment, Honor of the King. I don't know what that is. Concord. 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 Oh, I should watch that. Exodus, I don't know that. Mega Man, which doesn't look like Mega Man. The Outer Worlds, yeah, I don't care. Crossfire, don't know. Pac-Man, which is based on the weird game that's coming out, which I'm not sure I care about. Unreal Tournament, from again, that's a game that's like 2,000 years old. New World, which was a shitty Amazon online game that no one likes. Sifu's 10 minutes. Yeah, I guess I could watch the Sifu one. And Dungeons and Dragons, which used to be cool, but seems a bit cringe these days, to be fair. At least in my eyes. The Jack says, you're talking about the Phantom Sense. That's the one, Phantom Sense. Yeah. It's a weird one. Dogecoin ain't real either. No, Dogecoin is real. People have invested a lot of money in well, I don't know. I don't know if they've invested a lot of money in Dogecoin, but people have invested money in Dogecoin, I think. Pretty sure. Excelhead says, that hurt. I first found out about Zentreya through Nag's VR chat. Zentreya is real. I remember, yeah, Zen's okay. I always thought it was funny that for Zen, I don't know whether this is just a thing with VTubers, but VTuber models, boobas, seem to increase as they gain more popularity. Like her and Aya Mouse used to be quite modest models, and then as they got more popular and time went on, man, they revealed more and more boober as they went on, which is fair play, you know. I understand the game. I understand that money grind. You got to get the wabs out. Clap for the wabs, boys, you know. But I always thought it was strange to go from like a fairly modest model to like, here are my gigantic flabby titties. I was like, holy shit, okay. Gotta make that money. Simon says, have you played Rogue Trader 40k? I have. Where am I up to? I'm not that far through it. Oh, fuck, where am I up to? I got the Navigator. I went to the first place and got the Navigator. And then I've gone to the prison world. And I'm just at the start of the prison planet. That's where I'm up to there. So very early on in the game. Life's been pretty rough at the moment for work, so I haven't really had enough time. And before that, I was trying to do my 3D printing, and when I have spare time, which I haven't had, I'll be going back to trying to do 3D printing again and trying to get that piece of shit to work. That's my hope. Starting now, the leveling system's very confusing. Yep. Simon, I would highly recommend just looking at a guide for how to level characters, because I don't know how you do it, because there's so many fucking options. That's the problem with like the Baldur's Gate kind of games. Baldur's Gate was easier than this, but when you have like an RPG system where it's like, do you want to pick from 5,000 different skills, and you're like, I don't know, I have no idea. Are these any good? How are these going to synergize? I don't know. I just looked at the list of things I could get for my characters and was like, no, fuck that. Fuck no. No, I'm just going to look at a character build guide, make life easier for myself. The dialogue and companions feels Fallout. I assume when you say Fallout, Simon, you mean OG Fallout, rather than what Fallout has become, which is a sad shell of what it is. Excelhead says, the Pac-Man episode got me intrigued for the new game. I mean, the idea of changing Pac-Man fundamentally It's not a bad idea. Like, Pac-Man's kind of like, oh, yeah, I know Pac-Man. Do you play Pac-Man? No, I don't give a shit about playing Pac-Man. I guess doing something new with Pac-Man, I mean, it's an idea. It's one of those roll of the dice. I guess they probably looked at the Pac-Man brand and just went, well, who fucking cares? If we do a bad job with this, like, who cares? It's Pac-Man. I can't. Maybe there are like Pac-Man stands out there who will get really pissy if the dank law, which there is dank law for Pac-Man, isn't like represented well. Maybe, I'm not sure. The Jack says, why would people invest in Dogecoin? Because people love crypto. People love cryptocurrencies. Is he worth a lot? I don't know. I don't know cryptocurrencies that well, so I couldn't tell you. Axel here says, dude, my country and Twitter wouldn't be such a mess if not for Dogecoin having to deal with Elon. I wish Dogecoin was never real. No, I appreciate Dogecoin, and I like Twitter. I love Twitter. I think Twitter's a good place. Simon goes, yes, OG. Okay, good. Okay, yeah, like the real Fallout. I say that because I've only played like 3, New Vegas, and 4. To be fair, I did not like 4. I still haven't finished 4 because it pissed me off. New Vegas was fun. The problem I had with New Vegas was I just couldn't finish it. I can't remember where I got up to in it, but I just put it down and went. And then whenever I've gone back to it, I've started it again, and every time I start New Vegas, I'm like, there's so much to do. Ugh. The Jack says, you not Galagag? Galagag? Why not Galagag? What the fuck is Galagag? Is that a slur? Are you making me say slurs in other languages, the Jack? What the fuck? I said daddy, not Doge. Oh, did you? Let's check. Oh, and why would people invest in Daddy Doge? Oh, I don't know. Think of something nice to say about Daddy. He's always there. Yeah. He's always there. That's why people would invest. Why not invest in Daddy? Yeah, why not? There you go. There you go. Is there anything else? I think that's it for everything I've been up to that's interesting this week, apart from just being rammed by work. I guess we'll probably end it there, chat. Remember, we'll be streaming on Tuesday, which will be the end of Dead Space, probably. We'll be streaming, what do you call it? Hitman, probably on Wednesday, and then we'll be back onto Sifu on Friday. Or it'll be Sifu on Wednesday and Hitman on Friday. Well, I'll figure that out then. Excellent Head says Fallout 4 with My Little Pony mods is fantastic. I've never seen that, but that would be odd. Very odd. The Jack says curse slow chat. Well, I've also had to like go through people's chats and read them, so I was getting through them. Mr. White says Daddy will be truly touched by that praise. I know, right? If he was here, he'd hear it firsthand. So that's how it goes. But yes, thank you very much everybody for coming on by. We'll be back here again next week with Big D. I presume we'll be talking about I guess the second half of Transformers Universe 2.0. We've still got a few figures to cover for that. If that doesn't take too much time, we might have to start also talking about Reveal the Shield, maybe, or one of the other lines as well that took place around the same time. We'll figure it out. So that'll be happening next week at around 9:30ish on a Sunday. Otherwise, you can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube as Decayed Andy. Not 10 years spelling of Decayed Andy, like Rotten Corpse, because I'm dead on the outside, dead on the inside zombie thing. Okay. You can also find me on YouTube, which I mentioned already. You can find this podcast on the Moonbase 2 forums, Twitter, Twitch, iTunes, and Libsyn. We are Moonbase 2. Well, this is the Moonbase 2 podcast, Transformers podcast. You have to put that into YouTube to find us. Also on the ccbunker.weebly.com. Thank you very much, everybody, for coming on by. Have a very good day, good evening, and or a good night, depending, what time it is for you. I'm dead on the outside, dead on the inside, and until next time, I'll see you suckers next time. Bye-bye, everybody! Bye. Yeah.